We're going to start today with something that probably is meaningless, but it might mean something to you if you're an old school player of the game. We have just arrived at 0-0 on the map. I mean, I can't say this is exactly 0-0, but look at that. That's pretty darn stinking close. In our map, it is essentially meaningless, but I'm glad we took the time to visit 0-0 just because I had marked it long ago on the map to say, hey, here's 0-0, go visit it just for the giggles. Well, I have giggled. We have visited. We're going to continue driving on. I'm going to sit with you just for a second as I remind you that on the last one, we made a crap ton of arrows, we did some building, and we probably did some other things that I have long since forgotten because let's just say I've slept since then. I don't know. It may or may not be true because I don't sleep very well to begin with. It's a thing, but we're just going to keep driving on, and I will meet you at our destination. As we tear up the desert sand, we arrive at our destination, and we make sure that we carefully drive around so as not to drive across landmines. You probably recognize this POI. If you don't, you, I guess, didn't see the previous episode in which we kind of went through one of these POIs. So there's that. I advise you to go check that one out. It's a good one. This is the Red Mesa facility, with the minor exception that we are now out in the desert doing it. And I should tell you, in the interest of entertainment, the only shotgun shells we have are those that are in the shotgun. The intention here is not to use it, but I didn't want to completely make things awful, so I thought, no, let's go ahead and bring the shotgun. We'll allow it to be loaded as much as we can, which means 12 shells. And if we need it, it's there, but the plan, the hope, the whatever, is to basically not use it. I don't want to use the shotgun. I want to use nothing but arrows and spear as we go through this facility. Now, this is a tier 4 POI. I feel reasonably confident that we won't have any trouble with it. But it, you know, last time we went through this place, we went through it at a different difficulty level. We are now up at Survivalist, which is one step below the maximum level, so I honestly don't really know what to expect. Let's go ahead and eat a little food. I meant to grab more, didn't. My bad. We'll eat all this stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and drink this pure mineral water as well. And we will chug a vitamin just to make sure we don't get a lovely, lovely infection. Someone is setting off landmines. You keep doing that because I don't want to. All right, let's hop in. We know we're going to have friendlies in here, and when I say friendlies, I mean unfriendlies. It's a good way to start. I'll take 2 direct hit kills. My bad. You are a problem. I want my arrows back. How you guys doing over here? My bad. I'm not bothering to aim these. Not so much, but okay. The thing that kind of stinks right now is we only have 1 bow. And I think if you really want to go through and play with RangerMod, I'm veering for a second away from Romero Mod. If you really want to use RangerMod to its utmost, you really kind of need to have multiple bows. Because you want to be able to switch from one bow to another to quickly change your arrows, because I don't know of a way to change arrows in the game outside of using the radial menu. As far as I know, that's the only way, and it's not the best. It really isn't. It's functional, and I'm glad that it's there, don't get me wrong, but it is kind of slow. I mean, I guess I need to look into some sort of shortcut key or something that you can use to just, you know, like tap, I don't know, some unused key and have it change to a different arrow. That would be fantastic. Obviously, there would be a little bit of a loading time because, you know, if you do something like this here, I mean, you know, we can switch to those, we can switch to those. You got to re-knock your arrows. That's understood. I'm not trying to bypass that. I suppose if I'm trying to be completely clear in what I'm articulating ever so clearly. But it would be nice to be able to just hit a button and then be like, okay, boom, switch over to the other thing. That'd be really nice, actually. Let's go and grab this guy. I think we should now be at 1-shot kills on all of these because we did increase our strength, which then went into the mining one at some point, the mining perk, to be slightly more precise with my words. So that basically took care of that problem for us, which is nice. I thought for sure there was someone in here, but I guess not. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Reload our arrows, see if we can get one back. That's a big negative. So let's keep on running through this facility. I think it shouldn't take too long to get through here. I believe we'll have some extra time when we're done. At least I'm hoping so. The plan is to rip through here more or less as quickly as possible. I'm going to stop and kill basically everyone along the way because that's fun. Crap a doodle. Okay, this is annoying. Are there any arrows just sticking around in walls and things? 2 of them right there. 1 and 2. Perfect. Let me make sure I didn't miss any over there. I think we're good to go. It's very quiet for me right now, by the way, because I've been listening to some music and that album ended, and now it's very quiet in here. It's just the sound of me, my footsteps, the zombies that randomly appear. That guy will follow us down. I'm not worried about it. And if not, well, I did say I want to get through here quickly, and that I was not going to stop and kill every zombie along the way, because that's tedious. I'm being consistent. Prove it. Prove I'm not. Oh, buddy. I was going to take a shot at you, but... Oh, you are going to come down. See, I told you he'd come down. Come on. There you go. Good job. What? Okay, I'm just going to sacrifice those 2 arrows to the arrow gods. It'll be alright. Oh, goodness, game. Sometimes you are so janky. I honestly didn't remember there was a dog here. I just thought, I didn't want to waste the arrow on the crawler thinking I'd miss, but that worked out pretty well because I think the spear was the better choice in that specific scenario. We can go in this room, and then I want to say we have to, like, chomp our way through here, but these are actually, like, false blocks, basically. Some of them are. So it doesn't take that much to get in here. Let's see, that doesn't matter. Let's check in here. That is not lootable. So we'll go ahead and crack that guy open. Meh. I mean, we'll take the extra parts. I don't think we need them, though, actually. We basically made the best motorized tool we could make. No, that's not true. We could potentially use them on one more. I don't remember if we have the schematic for the impact driver. Yes, we do. We can make an impact driver. It's interesting that that comes under a different tool. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It uses the vehicle stuff. But just the same, I didn't even remember we had that. Or maybe I would have tried to make that too, although SMG schematic we would have been short because we would not have had enough moving parts. Tools. Motorized parts? Tools? There you go. I knew I'd remember what they were called eventually. Those guys are not to be checked. That's fine. I thought that was a bag right there. It is not. Let's go ahead and pop through the door right here. This is the way to go. This is one of the weird times for me in the game where I'm like, generally they don't build, the devs don't build POIs where you have to go through a door. But this is one of them where you do have to do that, so it is what it is. I think we got all the arrows we can get out of them. Look at that, burning shaft mod schematic. I'm surprised we didn't have that already. And I realize I'm just being weird today and I'm reading all the extra schematics. I think I've been doing that the last couple of days and didn't even really mention it, but hey, there you go. Schematics, recipes, etc. I don't know why. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't feel like I'm gonna, and then I won't. We'll go ahead and take all of those. I'm not going to worry about scrapping anymore. It's just not worth it right now. I'm good with this. And in fact, I do want to take a second to just kind of start scrapping some things down and maybe eat a little more food. That'll get rid of some hydration for us. I don't know that we really want to, but whatever, it is what it is. scrap some of these guys down because we don't really care about them. Iron arrows, we're not going to use them. I have long since consigned them to oblivion. Timer relays, I really don't give the slightest crap about them. Steel shovels, and we cannot destroy that steel axe because we are waiting for things to scrap. Here we go. I mean, that too, those are both garbage. I don't even know that we want those parts. Probably should just be dropping these things realistically. But we'll find a trader out here since we're going to have to mark a new one on the map. At least I hope we will. Because I'm hoping we're going to find another city, another township, another expanse of buildings and crap that we can go to. And that there will be a trader there, because that would be very nice. Repair part stuff. I was really hoping for some repair kits in there, but that's okay. This is all still good stuff. We'll still use it. I'm not concerned about it. It just would have been nice to have some repair stuff. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I didn't stare at that side too much, but I was pretty confident there wasn't someone over here. Sure, that's fine. I don't mind as much when it's one shot to get rid of things. I don't really mind as much taking the time to do it. There you go. That's why I didn't really want to use that before on one of those guys. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I missed. Totally broke his shoulder there. Probably broke a collarbone if I had to guess. I mean, I realize flesh and all, but there's a lot of force being transferred into that guy's collarbone. And let's drop the paper. I don't even want to deal with that. I don't want to leave it in a box even. I will take that and that. I really don't mean to grab those guys. I know we should. The chrysanthemum tea is the good stuff, the red tea. But I don't even want to carry those because we can just find more of them. It's really not a big deal. Once again, we have too much crap. Those are supposed to stay in inventory. That's fine. Scrap those, scrap those. The steel tool parts, I don't think we need those anymore. That's going to give us... we can't even make a better ratchet. We could make a better shovel, so... I guess we'll keep those for now. That's fine. That's not a bad idea to keep those for the time being. The murky water, there's still crap we can get rid of, so we'll just keep going on then. I mean, chances are we're going to end up with stuff we got to drop here before we get out of here. And that's fine. I was fully expecting that. That's just kind of how this place is. That's really how any of the larger POIs are. Because you just get so much stuff that, you know, how can you possibly carry everything unless you're playing with, like, I don't know, maybe like the 160 slot backpack mod or whatever it is. I don't know, 120, 90. I have no aim right now. I cannot account for these guys' movement. That's very frustrating. And then I just put that one in his shoulder for no good reason. Okay. Let's see if we can get some of these arrows back. I know some of them went this general direction. Sure. Steroids, whatever. We're encumbered, I know. We can just bust the steroids and we'll no longer be encumbered. That's a crap pipe machine gun if I ever saw one. I mean, it's a very good pipe machine gun. It's just it's crap at this point, and I don't see any arrows sticking out anywhere. Okay. I realize, by the way, we have not used any of the fancy arrows. We will use those before we leave this place in all likelihood. It's just there's not really a need for them right now. That was probably about as close as we got to having a need for it. But I don't think we need to do that just yet. Our vitamins are running out, so I think we'll go ahead and take another. And I know that we can stack them up. We don't have to specifically wait for them to run out. I just kind of have been doing that. That's okay, though. I'm trying not to eat that food that we can turn into better food. I suppose it doesn't, again, in the grand scheme, matter all that much. But, I don't know, just to try and conserve, that's okay. So we'll take those things again. We're going to have to scrap some of this stuff before we get out of here, and that's fine. This is going to lead us to the... basically the final area. We will have a couple of zombies here that might make things interesting, but it won't be too bad. I'm just trying to trigger everyone. Make sure everyone gets a nice chance to show up. Just for the giggles, we'll go ahead and do one of these. Oh, you somehow dodged that. Not sure how you dodged that. That's a shame. I gotta say, those arrows are among my favorite. They are just a hoot and a holler. Here, let's go back to the steels. The way the game lagged right there, I didn't realize I was going to hit the dude behind her. So I was clearly aiming. Look at you with that arrow sticking through your head. That's hilarious. He got that at such a weird angle. Ah, goodness. And then arrows passing through that guy. Again, I'm looking to see if there's any arrows. I don't see any. So I guess we'll call it good. I am curious. These will give us electrical lonic parts. I'm going to break these down. Okay. I'm not going to worry about breaking these ones down. I know I should. I already feel like that was a lot to do, so I kind of don't want to break down more. Let's get rid of that. I mean, that gave us 109. I'm okay with that right now. I mean, I know we can always head back to one of these or any of a number of locations to break down stuff, and I'm not super concerned with getting every little thing right now. I really do kind of want to get along and move through this place because I really was hoping we'd have some time for some other stuff. This is basically the end right here. We're going to connect to the main area here momentarily. And then this is where the stuff will hit the fan, as the saying goes. Let's get rid of that guy right quick. Sure, we'll take that. I don't know, do we have ammo? Do we have room for that ammo? I guess we do. Okay. So let's go and switch to our entangling arrow because I want to do it that way. Okay, we'll just go ahead and slow you down. That slows everyone down, basically. Let's go ahead and do one of these because those are hilarious, and I love bouncing zombies around because it just fills my heart with joy to watch them get tossed around like rag dolls. Yeah. I mean, now, obviously, these guys were going very slowly. If they had been running, this would have been a little different. But I'm just going to say, they got wrecked. They got wrecked hard. That was enjoyable for me. I do need another one of those. I think we need another one, if I remember right. Oh, man. I guess we got to just start. Here, let's maybe put some of the stuff back that we don't really need and or want. We don't care about that. 2 motorized tool parts. Here, let's get rid of these guys. Those don't matter. We'll get rid of 1 and 1. We'll drink that. Get rid of that guy. I don't think we need the insulated liner. Well, actually, no, we could use the insulated liner mod. I take that back. 1 glue, 3 military fiber, 2 corn, 2, well, maybe we'll keep those because we might be able to make some military armor at some point if we ever invest into that. Knuckles. That really would be our first Shooty McShooterson. I kind of think we should take that, even though I'm not terribly excited by it. That is our first. That is kind of important, and that's our second. Oh, RNG does have a sense of humor sometimes, even though it literally doesn't have a sense of humor. Here, let's drop a bunch of this stuff too. We'll drink the goldenrod tea. That'll free up 1 more inventory. And then let's go ahead and put a couple of these guys on here. We've already searched the weapons bag. I don't care about that in case it explodes. I don't think it will, but it might. And I think we need to have 4 on here. This game is weird sometimes how those will end up blowing things up or not. Take the ammo. And then we've already got these guys. We really don't need any more bandolier mods, so I won't even take it. I mean, seriously, we are good on those. Uni box for the last one, and then I guess we can maybe take our food stuff back, and we'll take anything that we'll more or less use regularly. That gives us a full inventory. Let's go ahead and unlock the door up here, and then we'll probably have a bird somewhere. Or not. I'm okay with not. That's fine by me. Let's take another minute here just to go drive around and see if there's anything of interest to check out for the next go-around. But for the moment, I'm going to throw a bunch of crap in a box. I think this might be one of the kind of western town POIs, like this is its own POI unto itself. So we're going to ignore that for the moment as we pass through. Yes, I know it's hot out here. That's just kind of the way it is. Like this is just its whole big thing. But we're going to keep cutting through here to the north because I'm hoping what we'll do is we'll run into the main road, which will in turn have proper stuff on it. It's interesting. I think there's multiples of those guys back to back or something like that. Here, we're going to follow the main road for just a minute and see if we can find anything else of interest out here. Because presumably there should be some sort of township or something out here. But I also kind of want to make sure I log out of the game before we get to 10 o'clock. So we've still got a little bit of time. We've got a few hours. This right here looks like a township because I see some stuff, including a passing gas. I wouldn't mind getting a little more fuel, actually. Let's stop there for a moment. I am very curious what's going to happen when it turns 10 p.m. in the game. Because as you know, we are playing Romero Mod, and as you also know, Romero Mod is not supposed to have blood moon hordes. And yet, as you can see very clearly, we are, in terms of the standard game, supposed to have a blood moon horde right now because we have day 28 all in red. So I'm really not sure what to expect because I feel very confident in saying that we did have a day 21 blood moon horde, which is just weird because, again, I literally just said we're not supposed to have one of those. So the question then becomes, dang it, I really wanted the fuel. That was why I was here, so I guess we got to break this down. Are we going to get a blood moon horde for day 28, or won't we? Oh, look at that. Excellent. That would be a electric fence post schematic. And I said an. I can proper grammarize it. If we do get a horde, that is, just to continue that thought, to finish that thought, we're going to be out and about for it. We are not anywhere near the base, which, I mean, as it so happened last time, we were at the base and it didn't matter because it's a walking horde, so there's really not much threat, even if it is. Even if the difficulty for the game, rather, has been kind of increased, there's really not much threat. I don't think anyway, but I don't know. What do I know? I think we've more or less scooped everything we can out of this place. I'm going to give you that. I'll take that. And I think we can call this good. There you go. Just check these last two boxes here. We already have that. We'll take those. We'll take that. And we'll take that. And what do you have on? You have the flashlight. We don't care about the flashlight. We already got one. How you doing, sir? We don't need another one. I think we have one back at the base anyway by way of the mining helmet that we have. Wasn't sure if we had a wandering horde or not. It doesn't look like it. It's just kind of random wilderness zombies, so nothing crazy going on here. We'll just get rid of these guys. How you doing? I'm feeling very stabby with my spear, and I'm enjoying it. I think what we will do is we will leave it right here. We have a township to explore, which means potentially there's a trader somewhere. It looks like there should be. I think it's big enough that it should have a trader. I probably should have stuck with the exterior road out there, as a matter of fact, if we're concerned with fighting the trader. But just the same, it's pretty easy to go and say, let's get back to the road, minus the fences and things everywhere that are actually going to make it very difficult to get back to that road. But whatever, we can do it. We can figure it out. We have the technology. We can make that happen. We will pick up on the next one with the age-old question of will there or won't there be a day 28 blood moon horde. And also we will pick up with what looks like yet another trader wrecked. Yay. Catch you in the next one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later.